Hey, buddy, you got Puma on the mic.
Hana from Hawaii.
And Charles the Future.
You're the future, Charles, not them. They no longer matter.
And don't forget, we got Bucky's on the ones and twos, holding it down like he always does.
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is. There he is. You had to
About
put the
time.
mic in front of your face, man. You're part of the show.
Apparently.
First off, we'd like to thank Hana for stepping in
As a guest.
as our guest because Tony T is not with us. He got a baby in the oven.
Sure
Baby's on the way. You know, he has to do his fatherly duties because you know what? He's breaking him.
Breaking him.
He's the man. He's the man in this
Breaking
place.
him.
Yeah.
He's,
so,
he's breaking the DNA.
but you know what? He will be back.
Yeah.
Eventually. We don't know when, but he will be back. So yeah, we're thinking about you, bro. That being said, we got a great show for you today.
What we got?
What do we got? What do we got on the docket? We're gonna talk about Findom.
Findom. I thought it was an
Findom.
Irish
We're gonna-
word.
What?
Irish word.
What Findom?
It sounded like to be like a Findom.
You mean Scottish?
Gosh, maybe.
But for
Findom.
freedom, for
Freedom.
Is this Braveheart?
It
Is this
sounds
what we're
like
talking
it sounds like it.
Findom, which is short for financial domination, financial dominatrix. It's a whole thing. First of all, Hannah's actually the one that put it to our attention. She was kind of telling us about this. And when we saw this, I'm like, oh, hell to the N-O.
We gotta be the breaking news for this
We gotta
one.
be breaking
balls.
We gotta break some balls.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, there's a lot to discuss about this whole thing about women being Findoms, financial domination, financial subs, pay pigs. I mean,
Jesus.
yeah, it's a thing. So first
Human
of all,
ATMs.
human ATMs. That's right. That's what they call their subs.
The pay pigs.
They're submissives. So first off, Bucky,
Yeah.
can you please define what Findom is?
Findom is a type of relationship between a dominant Findoms and submissive pay pig or fin sub. That often takes place online. Oh, really? It's an online thing?
It's an online thing. It could be in person too.
It's keyboard
We found
warriors. Keyboard warriors. In Findom, the submissive receives money in exchange for submission, with no expectation of sexual contact or physical contact in return. The dominant may humiliate the submissive to establish superiority, and some Findom have complete control over submissive finances. That sounds horrible.
That sounds
Beyond horrible.
that sounds disgusting.
I mean, no. Listen. Teach your own.
that's true.
If you're a gentleman that wants to do that,
I agree.
more power to you. That's not my jam.
That's not my jam. I don't know.
No. Sorry.
Well, if you have the money to throw away, you get to decide where you want to play.
That's true.
That's true. That's why I'm saying.
That is very true.
That's why I'm saying
good
that
point.
if it's your thing, go for it.
But here's the thing. My thing is, if you had little brothers, you go let him throw the money away like that. Stupidity.
So if you had the money,
No, you have a brother. You see him throwing.
or
the,
you have your family, your friends,
Yeah.
and they have the money, and they're gonna spend it that way.
Yeah.
Are they going to tell you about it? Probably not.
Well, no.
Probably not.
They probably wouldn't.
But like,
'cause
say,
they-
like, say they find out about it. Are you just gonna try to stop him?
I mean, I would.
Yes.
I would. Like I said, like this is something that just been brought to our attention.
Yes.
I mean, you actually saw this first, didn't you?
Yes.
Now, do we have a clip, just to get you in the idea of what we're talking about, of what we mean when we're talking about Findom?
Findom Irish?
Yeah. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I did this
Irish.
right.
Let's see if you did this correct, because
Scottish.
I'm kind of nervous with you now,
I-
Buck.
Oh, how are you gonna see it?
I don't know.
Or are you just gonna listen to it? Here we
I
go.
could hear it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Recently, I've had quite a lot of messages from people asking about how to get into financial domination and pay pigging, so I thought it would just be easier if I did a video. Basically,
Pay
financial
picking.
domination very much happened to me. It wasn't something that I pursued. I think because I've got a bit of a social media profile and I talk about sex a lot
Social media,
online
of course.
and maybe come off as quite dominant. Basically, one day I was on my way to work and I got an Instagram message from this guy being like, I want you to use me as your bank account. So I sent him my payment details and I thought nothing's going to come of this. And suddenly he sent through 50 quid. So I was like, right, fuck. Got to work. I was like to my colleague, you aren't going to believe what's just happened. So I replied basically being like, you think that's all I'm worth? Pathetic.
Before we start,
Dun, dun.
She's sounding from British.
She was British.
British.
yeah.
So again, close
That
to.
was-
She was
that
saying
She
quid.
was Australian.
No, she sounded Irish.
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 She did sound a little
Right?
Irish.
She did sound Irish, but she said
Findom.
quid. Quid means England.
England.
Yeah, English. English. Yeah,
The British Isles.
the British Isles, right? So,
Sorry,
Okay.
that's stupid.
Hannah,
Yes.
when you saw these videos, what did you start? What did you think? What do you think about this? Because no, this is she's calling out to women to let other women do this, like
Follow the lead.
follow the lead. Yeah.
Well, she says some women are making $40,000 a month.
$40,000 a month. That dude. Okay.
And
So
it sounds a little sweet if you don't have to meet up with them.
Right.
And you're just online, girlfriend, to,
That's crazy. That will take me the whole year to make that kind of money for me.
for you possibly, but
Yeah.
like let's say if you have the disposable cash. Here's the weird part: it might not even be men that have disposable cash. It's just that whatever cash they do have,
Oh, yeah.
they're giving it to
They'll
these
just throw
women
it.
to have like these online relationships.
I have pennies to give out.
I don't think they'll
I'm trying
deny
to
it
get
for
rid of my
that.
pennies.
He has $2 bills.
Yeah.
I'll throw it later.
I
Oh,
think
sure.
that they have a set standard when you go onto their page, like how much they are asking for
How much they're worth,
Yeah.
or how much they're worth,
Right.
and then
The-
you pay them, and then it starts.
right?
I have questions.
I mean, this is the we have a lot of questions.
I have questions.
Okay, Bucky, please ask a question.
So Hannah,
Okay.
Okay.
what do you think when you heard about this?
What did I think?
Yeah.
I thought, well, this is a new kind of dominatrix because, I'm only used to a before the internet dominatrix, which is basically, somebody cleaning your floors, paying you to treat them like shit.
Lick
you're
your boots.
walking around in a leather outfit.
Flogging.
Flogging?
Flogging.
Is it flogging? Is a thing?
Is
Yeah.
that what it's called?
Wait.
What is flogging?
What is flogging?
It's the whip.
Right.
Oh,
Correct.
yes, flogging.
That's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah, like,
Flagging, spanking.
this is what you're
Yes.
picturing, right? But
yeah,
see,
yeah, with ball gags and shit like that.
yes, ball gags. You were thinking Pulp Fiction.
Exactly.
Don't forget the chains.
Chains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chains.
Exactly. Now, but see, here's the thing. Here's the
Cleaning your
difference.
toilet with a toothbrush.
With
Oh,
something like
God.
that, where a guy is asking for a woman to like dominate him, put a ball gag on him,
Yeah.
flog him. There's physical
Yeah,
Like,
at least you have contact with the person.
contact,
Yes.
right? Like you're doing something to them. Like there's a sexual component.
Like
Like-
you get a satisfaction for her because you've seen in it.
Yeah, you're getting her right there.
Yeah.
Putting her boot on you. Like there is some sexual.
Attention to it.
Yes.
Right
Right.
now
That-
online, what are you getting in it? Nothing.
I mean, you get an online girlfriend who talks shit to you and puts you down and tells you to pay them.
Apparently that's
because
what
you're a
this
pay
is.
pig.
Apparently this. So it's like it's a personal OnlyFans except for individuals.
It's worse than
Worse?
OnlyFans.
Well, right.
OnlyFans, women have to like actually show something.
Something, yeah.
But yeah, these women don't have to do anything. Don't have to show anything.
Anything.
There's no
Except ignore you.
ignore you, talk crap
Talk
to you.
To you like you're nothing.
That's like
Okay.
next level now.
Well,
That's
I mean,
next
I
level.
feel like that sounds a little sweet.
I'm just gonna
for 40
I'm
grand a month.
just gonna
Right.
put this out there
Yes.
because like I worked on an escort documentary.
Yes,
a long time
yes,
ago.
yeah, you did tell us
One
about
of
that.
one of the things that was intriguing that I heard that I'm talking about is the most influential / successful person
Mm-hmm.
that hires them.
Yes,
They hire them to get degraded
degraded.
Yeah.
Yes.
because they have all this power and they give it out to everyone else, but they want somebody to bring them into that level.
This is
But it's a kink.
this is
It is a
it's a
kink.
fetish. It's more than
It
a
is
kink.
a
Fetish.
fetish.
Kink,
It is a fetish.
because they're
Fetish,
fetish.
fetish.
Remember, we had an episode about
We did.
fetishes.
Mm-hmm.
A kink is something where you can do with it or do without it.
Yeah.
But a fetish,
Fetish,
is you
you
need it to get
demand it,
off.
yeah.
And that's like they're getting off about being dominated, right?
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
being dominated. But with this, that's what I was asking. Like we were having a discussion before, with being a fendom and a fen sub, where is the satisfaction? Where are you getting your rocks off? I just
You can't wrap your
I
head
can't wrap my
around
hand
that
around
one
it.
now.
Like
I think it's more of a mental thing. Like
it
it's
is. It
kind of-
has to be.
It's a
It's kind of like 50 Shades of Grey, but different.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's that same sort of mentality.
Right. Where somebody's.
Yeah,
where
but
you're
again,
hurting someone you are in a relationship with, somewhat of a relationship, whatever kind of relationship you want to call it, but you're hurting them, and
You're hurting them
and
financially.
they're-
right.
your pocket
well,
money.
not only financially, but
Well,
you're
no, I'm
also,
talking about Findom is hurting them. Well, maybe not hurting them. No, maybe not hurting them is not the right word, but it's affecting them financially. Like, you know what I mean? Because they're giving their money.
Maybe it's not affecting them. Maybe they have a lot of money.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Maybe they just don't know what to do with the money.
Right.
You know what? It reminds me of that thing. Wolf.
And that's
Wolf
what
of
they-
Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. Why?
The part when Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
He's getting
Those-
candles.
candle wax. Cheating on his
Right.
wife
Yeah.
when he's getting like abused. He loved it.
Yeah. Because
You know what the first thing I thought of when I thought of a dominatrix?
Yeah.
I thought of Selma Hayek
Oh.
in Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh.
Right.
She was like, "You can lick the shit off the bottom of my shoe."
Yeah.
Right. Right. But see, at least Selma Hayek is actually doing it to you in your face.
Face. Yeah.
These guys are doing this, and they're not even in contact with them.
At all.
Well, I mean, listen, there's
Yeah.
there's another phenomenon. We'll probably get to it another time, but
Well, can I would let Selma Hayek do that to me, by the way. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
see,
but
Sorry.
see,
I know.
see.
I mean,
You've
there's
got to have.
I know. Sorry about
No,
that.
no.
He just lost the fight. He just.
He lost the battle.
I mean, everyone out there probably would agree with Puma.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like with this phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
There's another phenomenon called waifu,
Waifu.
and we could talk about this another time. But you
I
know
heard
what a
of this
waifu is,
term.
right?
I've heard of this. I don't know
So
enough.
it's
I
gen-
haven't studied this. I haven't, like,
it's the phenomenon with waifu, from what I understand, is they use anime characters
Mm-hmm.
as an inanimate object
Okay.
and use them as their girlfriends.
Oh,
So, like,
I have
pillows.
heard about this.
So like
I've
pillows,
had-
stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw a video of a guy. His whole house was like this anime character.
Inanimate. Yep.
Inanimate, like posters of her,
Yeah.
like dolls of her. Like it was a fake anime
Right,
character.
right.
Took
But-
her out on dates.
Yep.
Is this? Did you hear?
But
about
I'm
this?
just saying.
No, but there's fleshlights.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's this is next level.
Yeah,
No, they
but-
put that flashlight into the doll.
But what I'm just
Right, is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, like there's fetishes for giving money for being degraded, and then there's also fetishes of having pillows as a girlfriend.
Pillows as a
But-
girlfriend.
Yeah, but at least you're not throwing your money away.
Are you?
On a pillow?
Well,
You're
he
you're
paid for the
paying
pillow.
What? One time?
One time. That's true.
Anyway, but I mean that's not
That's
that's a whole nother thing.
No,
but,
of course.
But I'm just saying, there are weird things that are happening,
That's true.
and people have their kinks and their fetishes and whatnot. More part of them because that's what they're into.
I'm not giving no power to them because you're showing weak mind.
Hold on. To who?
I agree, but
To who though?
Yourself.
To your. I mean, that's who they want to be though. That's who they
no.
are.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're getting off on the doll. They're getting off on like a person doing that.
What kind of freak mind you have that moment?
So how? Again, it goes back to the same question. How are these men getting off on giving money to somebody? Like, it doesn't make
Makes sense.
sense.
At least go to a strip club. At least throw to the money that damn woman. At least you have a contact. You can see
Yeah.
her. You can
You
touch
can't
her.
understand it because you don't have a job where you're super powerful, maybe.
Maybe that's like you said. Maybe it's the
And
Leo
you
DiCaprio
want,
thing.
and you're bossing everyone around,
Right.
and you want somebody to boss you around.
Yeah.
But I think there's something different. I do think it's the girlfriend
could be
thing.
that.
It's the girlfriend. It's the
Having power.
it's your
a
girlfriend being
powerful-
powerful over like a person
But I mean, should we?
controlling your finances.
Okay, I didn't.
Do you think
I
it's
cut.
a feminist thing?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay,
we'll
We're
get
jumping
to
in.
it. But I mean,
we're jumping.
I know the
We'll
video
jump
we
ahead.
just showed.
Yeah.
You know, she had a little more to say. There was one thing that she did mention that we didn't show.
Yeah, because
It's too long. But she did mention that, like, some people have this fetish that they want to hear. They want their findom to go on a date with somebody else and them talk about it to that person,
yes,
right?
yes,
Which is also a thing.
right. So they're actually going out on dates with other people, and they pay,
And they pay, yeah.
and the fin sub pays. literally like pays for that.
Pays for
All
them
she
to
had to
go
do
out.
was like take a picture of the receipt. Is what she said, right?
Well, she went out with her
Her
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Right. So it was even a real.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
used the waiter's hand to show like
Yeah.
she's with
That's
the dude.
horrible. That's horrible.
That's another. We're gonna get to that.
She's creating a fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
it's all fantasy anyway.
It is all fantasy.
Well, okay.
I mean, eyes wide shut shit right here. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, at the end of the day, I mean, I do think about this. I can't get angry at women
No.
because if let's put the shoes.
Oh, we
on
could get
on the-
angry with women. What
Well,
the?
let's
I'm
let's
kidding.
put the shoes on the other foot, right? If some woman came up to, like Charles, if someone came up to you, said, "I'm gonna give you this money, and I want you to treat me like, right? Treat me horrible, talk down to me, call me
Oh,
a
shit,
pay
don't tell me
pig."
double time. I'll be like, over here, bitch. I got you down. Don't tell me twice.
Wow, like you wouldn't say no, right?
No.
So of course, women out here hearing that men are willing to pay you and you treat them horribly, I can't get mad. I mean, did it make you feel like you could do that for a second?
For a minute, when they start talking about $40,000 a month, you think for, well, I'm going to just sit and abuse somebody for a minute, and they like it.
Yeah.
Why not? But then how does this affect your relationships with other people? And, you start thinking about long term,
Hold on. Is this
where
tax?
would I be at
Is
in
this
10 years
tax-free?
if I got involved in something like this?
If you pay cash.
Is this tax free?
It's gifts.
Is it
These are all-
tax free?
Oh, that's taxes. I mean,
Oh, right. That's a good one.
that's a good question, but
Is it all cash?
Well, here's the thing. Don't.
No, it's they have to set up
Venmo?
rules,
Oh, yeah.
Cash App.
Yeah, because if you do Cash App or Zelle, you got to report that somehow.
You do.
So it's better off if you pay cash.
That's true.
So that's cash.
Well, which we'll see in a clip later,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
So my
I'd
question.
like to try it just to see if it actually is happening.
I kind of want her to try
I
it.
wanted to start
And
a
take- and-
fake one just to see if it would actually happen. you
And I
know?
want you to send a guy the receipt when we go out, so they can pay for our date. I would be happy with that. I'm not going to say no. There's no interaction.
So with that said, would you be with a girl that's into Findom, since there's no sex involved?
That's just like being with a stripper. I would say maybe different, maybe a little different.
It is different. There's a physical
Are they
contact.
meeting up with them, or is it just online? That's a
I
thing.
think a lot of it is online, but it's not necessarily only online. I mean, as we've seen, like we'll see.
Yeah.
Well,
they'll
If they
do-
want to
they'll-
meet with me, I
cash-
think the answer would be no.
There's cash meetups where they'll give you, like in person, they'll give you money and you just treat them horribly.
So, I mean, escorts do that.
Escorts do that, but they don't go to a private room. You have to get a private room with escorts.
Not necessarily, because they have the girlfriend experience.
Oh, that's true.
So you
This
pay
is-
them back. So is it considered sex trafficking?
Oh, that's the thing. I looked it up. The first thing I did was look it up on Instagram. And as
TikTok?
soon as you put in pay pigs, it comes up sex trafficking.
Because there's a service that you're receiving through an exchange of money, an exchange of goods, right?
So sex trafficking is sex.
Yeah.
No? Or is
Sexual
it
favors.
money?
No, because
In
No,
a
because
sexual
it-
way equals sex trafficking?
there it is. There's a sexual component, like a sexual, like
It's like yes and no.
it's like yes and no, right?
Because when you slavery somebody, you have that person sell somebody else. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's a slavery thing.
slavery thing.
Yeah.
Like you actually own you and I can sell somebody else. So in that particular
Yeah.
thing, it's not. So it's like yes and no.
Because I'm paying you to treat me bad,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like if you're not having sex with somebody, what's the harm? You know?
Well, I mean-
and even
Would it
Even then.
would it be bullying men though?
Ooh. Well, that's exactly what it is.
Well, the thing is,
It is a
again
little
back
bit of
into the
that.
thing, yes and no, because you're doing yourself.
But I mean,
nobody's forcing you.
but yeah. So the gentleman goes to the girl. So I get it. But like, when the woman like takes advantage of it, would it be considered bullying?
No, because you did it yourself. You chose
Even
it.
I mean, where's the fine line?
it's called sadomasochistic.
There it is. That's the word.
That's the word right there.
That's what it is.
It's like you're causing harm on yourself.
Yeah.
Right? to get pleasure.
So tell me,
It's like in
what-
other words, you're alcoholic. You don't know it.
When
In
to
a
quit?
way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, Charles.
So how about can you show the second clip?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah,
this is a good
let's see.
this is a good point to kind of show like how person who's been doing this for a while actually works.
Okay.
Did you know there's men online who will literally fund your entire life just from playing the online girlfriend role? They'll pay for dates with your boyfriends, your car, your rent, anything you want, these guys will pay for and will never ask for anything in return. This is 100% real in how I make a living because these guys have fetishized the idea of a hot girl just taking their money because they can. That's it. That's their fantasy. There's no catch to this. They want a hot girl who already has money and doesn't need it to take their next paycheck. I just turned 21. I almost have 6 figures in the bank. I live 2 minutes from the beach. I don't work. I don't go to school. I don't do shit. And I'm able to do this because these weirdo men fund my entire life.
Oof.
That's when you
Ouch.
get that's what hurts.
Weirdo, man.
Weird
That's
old
what
man.
hurts.
Yeah, weird old
Because
man.
usually when a man's giving out their money to somebody, he likes the respect and the admiration that he deserves after giving out his money. But in this case,
No, he's just a weird old man.
He's just a
Degrade
weirdo.
me with
He's a
degrade me for
total
$50.
creep.
Well, if we watch the rest of the clip, she's saying how much did she say that she's making a month? I think you.
she said
Well, she was making
this one's making not 40,000.
Oh, she's making almost 6 figures
Six
a year.
figures a year.
six
yeah.
figures a year.
Six
yes.
figures a year, right? But if we watch the rest of the episode of that clip, because it goes a lot longer. She talks a little bit more. She says, "Ladies, follow my
Series.
my series and to show you how to do this. I'll sell you my series." So it's again, this is like another like pyramid kind of scheme,
Right.
kind of thing, right? Not,
Yeah,
not
it's
pyramid.
like
it's-
I'm up here.
like a
listen
scam.
To my,
It's starting to feel like a little what is that called? Sprinkle.
Kind of. Yes, it
it
has.
does sound a little sprinkle.
It does have a little
You know what I
sprinkle. Like girls, get yours, and this is just next level. Get yours. Don't do anything, and get paid for it,
And treat them like shit.
and treat them like shit. Like this is.
But if the opposite, if it was turned around and a man was treating a woman like this, it would be a huge uproar.
Oh, they would get banned from the channel.
Yeah, they would get banned, right?
You
Yes.
just,
Oh.
like, you know.
That's the problem.
beyond ridiculous. That point.
Right. Yeah, it does. It
So
wouldn't go
what?
both ways.
So
It
my,
wouldn't go both ways.
So
No.
my freedom of speech will not count no more because I'm a man. I'm canceling him. ban him.
I mean, nonetheless, like the man.
but women are paying you to do that. Though.
Yeah.
Right.
you're right.
Well, that's
The weird thing is I think women a lot of times get treated like that by men, and they don't get paid for it. And in this case, the men want this, they want the abuse, and they're willing to pay for it, which is bizarre.
I think they should just marry and then divorce
And then take half.
and then take half.
I mean,
then-
I guess that's
and
another
then
way.
that's just
That's
so
what they do.
that's just gonna happen all at once.
So men have been doing Findom
for a long
for generations.
yeah, child support.
Without knowing it, right?
That's monthly right there.
Messed up, y'all.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fucked
at
up.
least he
There's
had
some
a
element
sexual.
of truth to it.
And
Was a
hey,
what?
by the way, that divorce is legal. Findom is not. Technically, it's considered
Which is not fair.
not fair. Well,
But,
I don't
I mean-
think it's fair.
But I mean, we have a bullet point says women love easy money, easy lives.
okay.
Not all women.
No, not all women.
Nobody wants to struggle.
No, that's
You know,
true.
that's true.
But let's think about this. Let's just take a step away. Like that last clip we saw, she's trying to tell other women, do what I do
To make that back.
to make that bag, right?
Follow the wolf.
Follow this, follow my teachings. I'll show you how to do it because she said there was like hundreds, thousands of men that
There's
are.
enough to go around.
There's enough to
Jeez.
go around. And do you think that's actually true? That there's actually enough to go around? Like this?
I think she over exaggerated.
She could be making money off those series.
She's definitely making
or
money.
she's becoming like a madam kind of thing.
Right.
But hey, like people
Like, here, these are my other girls.
women have expectations, correct?
Okay.
Like I know this is a thing and it's on TikTok, whatever. But like that chick that says I want a man in finance,
Yes.
blue eyes, 6 feet, whatever,
6'5".
6'5".
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there are people that trying to rebuttal that whole
Yeah.
comment, saying that there's like literally 2 in the world.
Yeah. Right, we did see
that can
like if you do the math, it's like
yeah, the math just doesn't compute.
Yeah, it doesn't compute.
But like, you know,
but that's what she's trying to sell other women.
but that's
She's
what I'm
trying to
saying.
She's trying to.
She's doing that, and then they're starting to think that there are men out there, enough people,
Yeah.
to do that. When probably is
I
like
think
a
she's
handful.
making more money on selling these to
Yeah,
dumb women
absolutely.
who think that they can make easy money by treating men like trash. That's what's really happening.
Yeah.
And that's where she's probably making most of her bag.
Listen, I'll take money for
What
someone
kind
to
of
treat me
woman
like
does
shit.
this turn you into?
Yeah. What kind? Well, okay.
Well,
Well, that's a, what.
That's a
well,
good
that's a-
question.
Okay. What do you think? What kind of woman
Well,
does
the-
this turn you into?
But the thing is, they're turning the money as idol. They don't see the men no more. It's just the
Yeah.
money, the idol.
Yeah.
They see, oh, the money's falling on me.
Right.
It's just the idol. Wow, the money is falling.
Give me the money,
yes.
right?
So there's no love no more. They destroyed the love. They just put the money on top of the pedestal.
So it's a so would you call it a plutonic sugar daddy?
What's that?
A
What?
plutonic sugar daddy?
It's a platonic sugar daddy. Yes. It's taking the sugar without
There's
the daddy.
no sugar.
no sugar.
There's no sugar.
It's
just
sweet and low.
It's just the daddy with the no sugar. Okay, we were waiting for a moment
That's the
to
one.
have the shot.
That's the one.
That's the one. It's
Okay.
just sweet and low. That was good. That was the moment.
Oh my God.
Salute.
Salute.
cheers.
It's no sugar. It's just sweet and low, babe. Good.
Burns.
Oof.
Oh la la.
It burns so good.
So
Yeah.
so is Findom feminism?
You were right there. So
That was a big question.
Yeah.
So when we were discussing this, right? We're like, is that another form of feminism? Because feminism now, like modern feminism, is now not just men and women should be equal, but men are worse than women. Women should
are a little bit above men.
women are a little bit above
Above
men,
men, yeah.
right? Women should be more in power. They should be making more than men. They should, like that's modern feminism. So this almost sounds like Findom a little bit, doesn't it? Kind of. Is this kind of feminism?
Feminist.
I mean,
it,
no,
it
I
has
think-
a feminist air to it.
It has a feminist.
It does-
area
it does,
that-
but
the
I
only
think-
thing is, would a feminist take money from a man?
To treat them-
To treat them like shit.
yeah, to treat
I don't
them
know.
Badly.
I mean, if I mean
What are
the,
the rules
the
of
idea
feminism?
but the idea of feminism is to be equal
Gotta ask
or
Courtney Love.
greater than a male.
Which would be the classical feminism
Right.
from like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s.
Which yeah,
Right. That's
But-
what.
but
feminism should be.
now feminism is kind of degrading men, not in a good way. It's more of like we're the alpha females now.
Yes. Yeah.
Rather
Exactly.
than you know, so yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
I don't know where I'm going.
Is this like feminism empowerment over men by using Findom being a financial dominatrix to make men submit to the female?
Some form of it, I think.
Yeah.
It's a little form of feminism.
It's a
little bit.
weird. It's a weird twisted feminism,
It
right?
It is a twist.
Would you want?
Me?
Yeah.
No, of course not. of
Would you want a little dominatrix?
course not.
Okay.
But if
Zero.
you did, how long would it last?
Have you ever been spanked?
No.
Not the spanking type.
The
Okay.
spanking is fun.
Maybe I was like 5
Oh.
by my parents.
Okay, but that's you're sick.
Oh, you
I'm just
poor
giving a
thing.
sample.
Anyway, like I said, if you how long would it last if you were doing it?
No, none. Not even
Okay, you're asking the wrong.
I know. I'm
You're
asking
asking the wrong person.
How long would it typically last for, though?
That's my good. I was
What, a session?
No. Just being
How
in
long-
that Findom relationship.
How can you be a Findom?
I guess you
I've
run.
heard years because there's dominatrix that these men have been. I mean, I'm talking before the internet, my knowledge
Yes.
of dominatrix.
Yes.
I've seen videos where these people have been together for years and years.
Yeah.
You know, or at least they seem to, or have said it, as far as I remember.
Well, let's think of it like this, right? People who practice dominatrix, like
They're a rare group.
there's a rare group. So this is even a rarer group of that subset.
Exactly.
So how, like, I think it's all fugazi what
You
the
know-
ladies say that,
yeah.
oh man, men will pay
No,
you.
there's tons of weirdos
There's tons
out
of
there.
weirdos out there, right? Like, no.
The part we missed. When did it start? The internet fandom.
No.
Findom? Oh, well, one of the girls were saying they've been doing it for like 3 years.
So it's brand new then. In other
It's-
words.
It's a new
That's
thing.
the thing.
It's a new thing.
So
yeah.
the
That's
thing is,
why-
I'm saying, what's the age starts? 20s, 30s. What is the age gap there? The mentality starts to that.
Oh, that's
Well, that one guy looked pretty young. That
So
was
that's
handing
the
money out.
the new generation.
He
Yeah,
that
we
didn't
works.
haven't
look
showed that
too
one yet.
old.
we haven't shown that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Let me-
either
let
way,
me-
it's still only the
let's-
past few years. Max.
Yeah.
Let me show
Mac.
that one real quick.
Is that? Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it. So let's.
Yeah.
Okay, let me set
Cue
this
it up.
clip.
Cue it up. Cue it up.
Set this clip up. Okay, so this clip is of an interaction between a Findom and a Fin sub, a submissive man being a pay pig to a Findom, financial dominatrix. Go for it.
100, 420, 440,
I can't even look at this. I can't watch this.
460,
It boils to your blood.
500.
Good boy.
Thank you, Bossy Denver.
When are you gonna have more for me?
Tomorrow.
Please, somebody help this boy.
Oh,
Help him.
Man. Oh, man.
Stop
oh, man.
him.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
What
oh,
is
man, oh, man.
wrong with? I mean, it should be the other way around.
It should be.
Okay.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Things have changed.
Okay, and here's the thing. At the end of the day,
That's his money.
it's his money. It is his money. I don't blame women for taking the money.
But here's the thing I said earlier.
Yeah.
If that was your brother, will
Yeah.
you stop him?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
going to say
but here's-
Bucky's a PIMP.
Jeez. Oh gosh.
You just blush.
But here's the thing. Your brother would never tell you that.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell you that.
But online, everybody can see these days what's
Yeah.
going on.
Really?
Well,
I
we
don't-
couldn't see that person, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I could.
So
You know that probably was Charles.
No, of course
it
not.
looked like Charles.
It did. It did look like Charles.
Kind of Charles.
He
Charlie.
No,
seemed
no.
kind of shy.
So here's the thing. Okay, so again, I don't blame women. At the end of the day, I don't agree with women to do this, but I can't blame them. They're not the ones who are giving the money. They're the ones that are taking it.
Yeah.
If anybody's going to give you the money, go for it. More power to you. The problem at the end of the day is men.
It
The
is.
men who are doing this. The men who are giving up this money for this. I don't even know. I can't even say sexual gratification. There's
Nothing.
gratification of being
This
dominated
upsets
by.
you.
It does upset me.
Why?
It does upset because think about this. It's first of all, it lets other men think, oh yeah, I should do this too.
Yes,
Maybe I
the
should-
fall-
You
the
feel
fall-
like
and it-
men should have dignity.
they should have a little. They should have a lot more
More
dignity
than
than
that.
what
So
they're
do,
showing.
so do they enjoy getting shit on their dignity?
Yes, 100%.
Some people don't have dignity, and,
And
they
then,
don't.
and then the second part is, it's making women think that they can have the easy way out
Yes, of course.
by taking advantage of men to be treating them like shit,
And call them weirdos.
and call them weirdos at the
Should
same
I
time.
talk about what I know about a producer, a certain producer?
You can say whatever you want. You don't have to
Just
say
no
names, though.
No names.
No names.
I'm not going to say any names. I'm not
Okay.
going to say name, but there was a producer that I heard through the grapevine like to get peed on.
Right.
And I
golden
say
shower- let's-
that
let's call it-
degrading.
let's
I
call it
would
golden
find
showers,
that
though.
degrading. Don't you think it's degrading, a little degrading to get peed on? And he apparently liked girls to come over and pee on him.
So he liked to get R. Kelly'd. Is what?
Oh, is that what R. Kelly liked too?
Yeah, he was a.
I thought they just peed on him because they were scared of him.
No, he peed on. Okay, I don't want to get into the.
They're like cats.
I don't know.
They're
If we're,
like,
I don't know if we're
pee
gonna
before
be
he
able to
comes
show
in,
this
so
clip,
he
this
won't
part of the
want
show.
to have sex with me.
Yeah. Yeah. People have it. Hey, people like to get fecal.
Oh, God.
Yes, they do that too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
So like that's really weird, and
it is very
you
weird.
know.
I mean, back in the day, two girls in a cup was a thing.
Oh,
Oh,
God. I don't
God.
want to talk about that one.
Okay. Now we're gonna
Oh,
get
my
people
Move on.
God.
watching.
Move on.
Yeah, let's move. Let's move this.
Oh, do you want to play the clip?
No. No. So yeah, at the end of the day, my problem is with men that practice this.
Well, here's the scary part.
Yeah.
We're going close to the future.
Yeah.
Mention AI. There's going to be their fetish or Findom. The point.
That's
You don't want
okay, hold
AI
on.
to abuse them?
Hold on,
That's
hold
my
on.
point.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
shit.
Hold on.
That's
This
a
is
really
Pandora's
good
box.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. That's another topic we need to talk about because there
Yeah, I know there is.
there are people that are starting to have. Remember, I said waifus.
Yes.
AI girlfriends.
AI girlfriends. who
What
talk
was
to-
that movie?
Her.
Her.
No,
was
Max.
Mechana?
Deus Machina.
Machina.
Deus
Ex
Machina.
Machina.
Ex
Ex
Machina.
Machina. Yeah.
Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina.
Okay,
Dukes-
we're fucked up.
Dukes Ex Machina.
So my
That's
point,
right.
my point is, so you gotta have machines pay money to the machine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the machine's gonna do with the money?
Nothing.
It's not the money. It's the corporate meeting. The corporate.
It's
That's
what a
gonna own it.
corporation.
So you gotta pay the fucking rich or the rich
Yes,
already.
the rich get richer. Dude, this
This is scary.
Is that a thing?
So that's something.
thing.
So
That's
that's,
gonna
what
be
we're
a
trying to
thing.
stop the men doing this stupidity.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
mean, look, this
Should we castrate these men?
the
Yes.
show
I
don't
the
know.
show is already AI. So
Yeah. Bucky's not even real, guys. You never even. By the way, y'all never seen him. He's not even real. He's a figment of your imagination.
there's no man
How
behind
do
it.
we stop the madness?
How do we stop the Bucks? The Buckies.
The buck stopped
Bucks.
here.
The Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers. Cheers
So-
to that. Uh-huh.
Sorry. Social media once again affects humanity negatively.
Well, there it is.
So that's another thing. I mean, prior to what we saw earlier,
Yeah.
her having a series of how to get pay pig, and yet calling people weirdos. Like you're not. I mean, yeah, fine, you degrade them, but like you're now it's not just degrading them because of that specific person.
Right.
You're degrading the whole lot now, and it's not everyone's into that. But the
Is it a
argument we had
career?
earlier is with that one clip that we talked about was I feel like that's shitting on all men because she's trying to make money off it, or trying to like spread the idea that this can be any guy.
Correct.
Which the first clip we had is more of the guy reached out to her.
They're all. By the way,
That's true.
it's all. They tell. By the way, we've seen quite a few videos, right, of this. None of the women's reach out to men.
Right.
The men have to
Reach to
out.
them.
Reach
But
to
they,
the woman.
but the women have to be like, look, I am a goddess. What do they call themselves?
I'm a goddess.
I'm a goddess. This
You're
is
an
what I am.
oven. This is what I do.
This is what I do.
and
If you want-
you're nothing.
You're nothing. Come talk to me.
I mean, from what I understand, there are websites
There is.
for that specific reason.
There is. Well, okay.
From what I understand.
So you brought up a good point earlier. I know you. I don't know. Did you have something to say before I move on? Were you gonna say, or did you forget?
I was wondering if it was a career,
Oh, that's true.
like a stripper. Or
It
Is it a
could be
career?
the new career. It could be the new.
If it's not taxable, it's not.
Oh,
Well,
right. If
yeah.
it's not taxable, it is $40,000 a month.
Yeah.
Is not taxable
Well,
money.
it
has
is,
to be.
it is
It has
because
to be.
if you get $600 in your Zelle, whatever, that's
Yeah.
taxable. So
It's
it is in a
taxable.
way.
It is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it's cash.
Well,
Cash. Well, like we
Like-
saw cash transaction. We saw that.
Cash transactions really hard to follow.
Yeah. So okay, real quick. Earlier, she was mentioning how like you used to see this in the past with like leathers and whips and flogging and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like it was more taboo back then.
It was super taboo.
And, like nobody really talked about it. People knew what was happening. It was in the background.
Yes,
It was
and it's just like, is this weird shit?
yeah. What is this weird shit? But now, because of social media, it's out in the open. Not only is it happening, there's women that are saying to other women, "Let's do this. You can do this too." And she's trying to sell a program to show other women how to
Betty
be.
Page.
Yeah.
Betty Page was an S&M girl.
Right,
Was she
right.
not? And she's famous for it.
And she's famous for it, but it was all on download. Nobody really knew about this. They heard whispers, right?
Yeah, she was down below, and then she ended up in a trailer park.
But now, one girl, like literally, like one regular girl is doing this and saying, "Ladies, you can do this too." It's all on TikTok. It's all. By the way, this is really propagated on X, on Twitter,
Yeah.
right?
my question is, you
Yes.
think these girls are our own friends? They have no parents? They show no love to them?
Probably not.
I have no idea. I think they rather do. Here's the thing, like
I don't think that has a lot to do with
we
it.
had. Remember this conversation we had, like. The money's coming in and they're immediately spending the money. They're not. It's not like
It's
they're.
all money based. It's really money based.
But like the money's coming in and they spend it immediately and then they're making the men pay for this, right? So it's money in, money out. Nobody's here going like, oh, I need to put this in my 401k.
No, because they see the money is, like they say, easy money.
They
easy
think-
money.
So
yes,
they had no mentality like the money
Yeah.
will end someday.
It's
It
gonna
will.
dry up. How long can you do this? We don't
don't
know,
know.
but I guarantee you, only a few really good Findoms
Yeah.
might make this a career, but not the majority of
Well,
all these women who are
If
hearing
if
about
they
this.
do turn it into a career, will they still be called Findom or will they be called dominatrix?
They're called financial dominatrix. So it's a
Oh,
it's a
That's
okay,
the
specific
new
So I
subset
see what you're
internet.
saying. I see what you're
It's
saying.
used
Okay,
those
okay,
terms.
okay.
of dominatrix.
But I
yeah.
mean, again, to the longevity of it, if it doesn't last that long, they can move on to another.
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's going to be the next thing and the next thing, right? At this point, it's snowballing because of social
so
media.
what I really want to know,
Okay.
it's a hard hitting question.
Okay.
How do men do it? How do I get my
Those
bag?
days are over.
What?
Those days are over.
What? How do I get women to pay me
As
to
soon
degrade
as I
them?
find out, I will let you know because I'm going to do it right away.
Well, isn't
because-
it male gigolo? That's in one ways.
Yeah, that's one way. That's I guess. Yeah. But
Hey,
but
hey.
male gigolos have to give it up to like old, ugly,
Hey,
talk
but
about eating.
They still get the money, right?
They still get the money.
That's what we're
That's
talking about. Easy money.
prostitution. Prostitution,
Yeah.
dominatrix are completely
Completely
different.
different.
Yeah. But
So-
men
You
need to.
just don't hear
Wait,
women saying, "I really want to get abused."
There is, but not
They
financially.
don't say it.
They won't say it.
financially or
Yeah.
No, you even said 50 Shades of Grey. She wanted to get dominated by the guy.
Ooh.
yes, she did.
That's what I'm saying. So there's women that
So
do like
there's-
this,
yes,
but
but
Not,
financially,
not
that's
degraded, just dominated.
Yeah, that's just
That's
dominated.
dominated, not degraded,
Dominated is
But not
different,
financially.
than
but not degraded.
not degraded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. There's a difference.
Okay.
So how do we get into it?
Did we hit the end? Is that
That's
That's it?
So what do we really think about this?
It's a new thing.
it's a new thing?
The question: how long is it gonna last?
I hope not long,
That's what I'm saying.
but
Is
very
this
likely.
I'd
is
like
this
to
a
see
fad?
where it pans
Is it a
out.
fad?
It's a what?
Is it a fad?
You know what? We're touching the beginning of it, so I think it might be going on for quite a while.
So
We
the-
could always set
But-
up an account and find out.
Yeah, let me know.
So if you want Breaking Up 3 to degrade you,
If
just
you
pay
want
us.
BMT to degrade you, we are here for you. You can. We have a Cash App. We have a Venmo. We will degrade you all you want. This is what the show is going down. Is boiling down to at this point. I don't know. I don't tell you.
I don't think so.
Oh wow.
Guys, please let us know what you think. Any men, ladies out there that are watching this, what do you think about Findom?
Shit.
Would you try this? I don't know. As always, like, follow, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Adios.
Peace.
Aloha.